Hello everyone and happy FM21 beta week. This is my personal top 5 Wonderkid goalkeepers 5 years on. So we're going to be looking at their stats and see how they got along. And as the thumbnail says, it has Donnarumma. I thought that better not to put in or include keepers in the list that we are well aware of, you can say. So Donnarumma is someone that we are well aware of. I want to kind of show you some of the newer keepers that's been popping up in the game, or some of the keepers that was there or thereabouts in FM 2020 but never really made the cut in a lot of our teams. But as always, guys, make sure you smash the like button. It does go a long way. I really do appreciate it. And just a quick disclaimer, a lot of these keepers will be slightly different to some of the saves, you know, from save to save, from game to game. But you can just get the general gist of how the keepers are doing 5 years on into the save. So let's jump straight in. First up is an Italian goalkeeper, someone that we are well aware of, Emanuele Gasparini. We all aware of him from FM20, but he's back yet again in FM 2021. Obviously, for obvious reasons, he's such a talented keeper. At the age of 23, he's got some standout attributes. He's certainly very good in the air, so his aerial abilities stats are saying 16, jumping reach at 17, and reflexes and one-on-one are 16 and 15. Very respectable attributes. He's got height of 190 centimeters. Unfortunately, he's yet to get a cap for Italy, and we pretty much know why he didn't get a cap for Italy, not to mention the other keeper that's probably in the first choice lineup. In terms of historically, you can see he has stayed in Udinese for pretty much his whole career, although he did have a loan spell at Estoril at some point. And looking at his stats, nothing kind of really stands out, although surprisingly he didn't play many games. You expect keeper of his quality to be playing, especially in a club like Udinese, to be playing about 20, 25, 30 games even, but he hasn't even crossed 20 across all his careers. It seems to be an average of 18 games in the last couple of seasons, and his clean sheet hasn't been that great, and none of them are a double digit. His standout performance is actually in 2023, where he kept 6 clean sheets with an average rating of 7.02. But looking back in his profile, you can see his attributes, his height are all good, and someone maybe be able to snap him up. A keeper certainly was only 23, guys. We have to understand that a keeper at the age of 23 is very young, and some of the stats can and will develop, I believe, in the game. Next up, we have a Spaniard, Alejandro Iturbi. I hope I pronounced the name right, but he's an Atletico Madrid keeper, and despite being 5 years into the future, he's only 21 in the game. He starts off in the game as a 16-year-old, and you can see some of the stats are amazing for a 21, for a very young keeper. You can say one-on-ones are 17, reflexes are 16, determination, which goes a long way in terms of the development, is 15, aerial reach at 15, jumping reach at 15. Certainly a type of goalkeeper that is for the future, 100% for the future. Historically, he's been at Atletico Madrid all his career. He's been in the Atletico Madrid. The standout performance came in 2022, where he played for the B side 37 games and kept a clean sheet of 15. That's almost 50% of his games he's kept a clean sheet in. Despite that, they promoted him to the first team, you can see, but he has yet to appear much, but I reckon he's one for the future for sure. Next up, we have Gavin Bazunu, an Irish keeper. We haven't seen him before. I don't really remember him in FM 2020, but certainly in this year's iteration, he has come out strong, and he's one of the standout young up and coming British keepers, you can say. As you can see, he's yet to earn an international cap, but he has earned plenty of under 21 caps at 41. Some of the standout stats are aerial reach for sure and jumping reach for sure. His determination at 15 also suggests to me that he can certainly improve further. Historically, he's been at Man City and he's been in around the loan, you can say, but recently he's come back into Man City squad, certainly the last 2 seasons, you can see. So City clearly have plans for him in the future. I reckon he's one of the weaker sets of keepers I've noticed in my top 5 search. I hope I will be keeping an eye on him, but at the age of 23, it seems like he can still improve and become better as we go along in the game. Now, the next keeper is personally one of my favorite keepers out there. Young keepers, you can say, Alessandro Russo, an Italian keeper from the club Sassuolo. I hope I pronounced that name right, but he's yet to earn any caps in the Italian international team, obviously due to another certain Italian keeper probably starting every game for them. But the standout stats, you can see aerial reach at 17, jumping reach at 16, one-on-ones at 16, positioning at 16, reflexes. If you can work on his reflexes, I reckon he's going to be one of the most complete keepers out there. I mean, you cannot beat this guy aerially at all, or even on one-on-ones, in my opinion. Determination at a respectable 14, and he is a very tall keeper. He is, personality wise, he is a perfectionist. It seems like you can get him on a cheap, and historically he's been at Sassuolo for almost all his career. Yes, he had a bit of a loan spell at Entella, but he's come back to Sassuolo. But some of the stats you can see in the last couple of seasons, certainly he's played a lot of games for them. 37 games each season, almost like over 40%, if my maths is correct. I don't think it is right, but that is a good return in terms of his clean sheet. Last season he's played 37 games and 14 clean sheets. That is an excellent return, especially a club like Sassuolo, I reckon, is not the best of clubs and not expect to keep many clean sheets, in my opinion. But for him to be keeping 14 clean sheets in the process shows that he is a keeper to be reckoned with, and I reckon he can get in for pretty cheap in the game. I mean, just look at some of his stats. You can certainly work on some few bits and bobs, as I said, reflexes being one, but certainly he is an excellent keeper. The last keeper to feature in my top 5 wonder kids for goalkeeping position 5 years on is a French goalkeeper who plays for Leeds at the moment. He's now 25 in the game. He's still yet to have any caps in the French international team, but his stats, he got aerial reach, anticipation, agility, jumping reach, reflexes. I mean, these are fantastic stats for one-on-one and shot stopping, and no one's getting past him. Whether you cross or come one-on-one, there is no way you're gonna get past him. Although his determination could improve, I reckon he's still a very good keeper. He's a left-footed keeper. We do not get many goalkeepers that are left-footed, right? His height is huge. This guy's 196 centimeters, probably the tallest keeper, or certainly one of the tallest keeper in the game. But anyways, guys, this is my top 5 Wonderkid goalkeepers 5 years on. I know I probably have missed a bunch of gems out there, and as I play the game, I'll find out more and more, and I'll bring these videos to you guys. I do stream every Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, 5 p.m. GMT. Twitch is at Draco986. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be posting regular updates there. Let me know also your thoughts on the comments below. Do you have any other goalkeepers that you can add to the list? Also, what other keepers would you like to see? Any keeper would you like to see, I can bring them up on a screenshot, because I'm 5 years into the game, or into the save itself. And as always, guys, make sure you smash the like button. I'll be bringing in the top 5 Wonderkid defenders 5 years on very soon, so watch out for that. Take care.